Today, on Friday Focus, we will talk to Joey Williams, a city council commissioner, about the opioid crisis that is taking over downtown Dayton, and Dennis Grant, the executive director of the United Rehabilitation Services, a nonprofit organization for the disabled.
Today is Friday, December 22nd. I'm Mary Kidwell.
And I'm Julie Troughton. Dayton, Ohio has become the center of attention for the opioid crisis as a result of being the crossroad of heroin highways I-70 and I-75. We sent out Kyle Moyer to take a closer look at this epidemic.
With the opioid crisis on the rise, Dayton City Council Commissioner Joey Williams talks about how his job is affected.
It is a big part, or it is certainly a major concern within the city. And we do give a lot of thought to how we can try to eliminate, try to address that concern.
Being a relatively new phenomenon, Dayton City Council works to figure out how to delegate resources like police officers and expenses.
As a Dayton City Commissioner, we spend time on how can we, again, affect this issue. One of the major ways that we do it directly is through our police officers, and I believe even firefighters now use Narcan.
Each time a dose of Narcan is given, it costs about $50, and sometimes multiple doses are required. Hopefully these resources will go somewhere else once this issue is under control.
The opioid issue is very big in certain parts of Ohio, certain parts of Kentucky, actually the Rust Belt in general, and how they actually manipulate those numbers and come up with that data. I've been wanting to and have not had the opportunity to do so yet, but I want to dig in a little deeper. So I'm a little hesitant to call us the capital of opioid problem, but I will say it's a significant issue that we need to address.
The number of deaths from opioids in Montgomery County are staggering at over 360 from January to May of 2017 alone. Although the city of Dayton is working to prevent the number of fatalities, their efforts can only extend so far without the national government providing ample resources to the struggling area. Kyle Moyer, Centerville News Network.
Despite the constant efforts by police to fight this crisis, it is still a growing problem, taking more and more lives every day.
Started in 1956, United Rehabilitation Services, or URS for short, has served nearly 250,000 people with disabilities located in the community and has grown tremendously since then. We sent out Claire Pisciano for an exclusive interview of the executive director, Dennis Grant.
Dennis Grant talks about his childhood and family experiences with institutions.
My uncle had epilepsy, paranoid schizophrenia, had a brain injury as a child. And so I was around him a lot and would visit him in the institution back when institutions were horrible. He was at one of the worst in the state, Lima Correctional Institute for the Criminally Insane. And you see the horrible things that went on there, and I think it really changed me.
Being the executive director of URS has shaped Grant's outlook on the people in his life.
We're talking about people's lives. We're not talking about frills and fun things necessarily. We're just talking about survival. And it's unfortunate that we get caught up in budget decisions without putting a face on it. And that's what I think my role is to put a face on that.
Through his work at URS, Grant hopes to make an impact to better the lives of others. Claire Pisciano, Centerville News Network.
Thanks, Claire. Be sure to get to know people such as Mr. Grant, who has dedicated countless hours expanding the agency, allowing the programs provided to reach more and more people.
That's all we have for you this episode, so tune in next week for breaking news and developing stories.